What's going on, X community? Exostomp here, and today, people, we're going to be doing the Pickems, but for this video specifically, we're going to be doing the Excadrill division, and of course, joining me as per usual is Dinny.
Shamai, so oi tea, my fellow friends and Exostomp community. That's Welsh, by the way.
Okay. That was
they can Google it. It's all right.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what you just said. You could have said something horrible to them, but we'll never know.
Get ready to demonetize.
Oh no. Okay. Well. All right. So as you can see on the screen, we do have the overall scores. The red is obviously what we got wrong. Green is what we got right, and then no one got a perfect spot on guess. The spot on guesses will be yellow. Like, let's say for the fourth one down, I got SAS right, but I didn't guess 5-0. If I guessed 5-0, then they would have gotten yellow. It would have been yellow, and then if I locked on them, it would have been yellow with a lock. And so you guys will see if you watch the Drillbird division, there'll be something like that. But yeah, so we're actually tied right now, which is pretty interesting. I don't know. I mean, the biggest upset I think for this for this time was probably well, for me it was obviously my loss, but I definitely thought I was gonna lose going into it because I didn't really have a good switch into Swallow. But I don't know, Power Herb Tea, we definitely thought that they were gonna win, and that was an upset, at least for both of us. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, quick shout out to Moshi's 6-0 real quick. That was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, Golurk is super good, and if you don't prep for like 8 different sets for it, good luck.
I'm just glad we got the CA weakness policy rock polish set in week 1. That shit was great. I wanted one, but then I was told not to, and I was like, oh, unfortunate. But you know what? Kudos to Mashi for pulling it out and making it work.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the first match of the week, which will be Power Herb Tea versus the Washington State Whoopers. So, I still feel as though the Washington State Whoopers are very underpowered because of how slow the team is. You have like 3 Pokemon that are faster than base 40, and then the rest are just so goddamn slow. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, like even just specifically looking at stuff like Uxie, Porygon Z, Aerodactyl, these Pokemon outspeed most of these Pokemon on Ben's team. So how do you combat that? I'm trying to figure it out right now. Do you have any ideas?
So obviously Sticky Web could play a factor here, right? I mean, there's Sticky Webs from both sides, though. That's the key point. The Jupiter did put in some work, if I remember last time, but not enough. But no, this speed tier is completely cripple the other team, right? I mean, Ambipom, maybe. I mean, that's base 115 sitting right there. Flygon's, think 100, right? I forget Sneasel's is 110 or 15 or something. I know it's fast.
Yeah.
But outside of those Pokemon, I mean, you're going to be having to put a few scarfs on some things and just hope that you can live some hits at this point.
Yeah. I think, I mean, what they could always try to do like a Trick Room kind of set with a few of these ones. Like Slowking obviously can set it up, and is that
like
it that
one
can
Pokemon
learn?
though, right? Yeah, I was just looking at. I mean, do you really want to rely on that one? I mean, it's a good one to have, but relying solely on it is a bit, whew, especially when there's so much offense on the enemy team.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an idea, because I really I don't know how to feel about the Washington State Whoopers, like, in general. I don't like having a slow team, because I have had horrible things in the past, like I don't even want to talk about it, but my first ever, actually EDL season 1, Okay, my fastest Pokemon was a Simisear, and then the rest were like base 60 and below. It was really bad. So this makes me think. You know, it looks like it can hit hard, and it can hit hard. Except you will never be able to outspeed anything unless you're running like Scarf on Flygon, like Passimian, and then like everything else doesn't like to run Scarf that much, and obviously it's too slow to run Scarf. So I don't know. I think this is kind of a one-sided fight in my opinion. But
definitely can see Ambipom coming in here, maybe putting in some work. I mean, it's got the tools maybe necessary to do good here, especially with it being one of the quicker Pokemon on the team, and maybe Sneasel could also come in, threaten the Aerodactyl and knock off on the Uxie and such. I mean, no one really wants to be taking a stab knockoff from a choice banded Sneasel, but still, it's going to be an uphill battle for Washington State Whoopers, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they can do it, but we'll just have to see. But for my guess is gonna be with the power of T, and I'm gonna give them a 4-0 here.
My brain, my mind's telling me power hip T, but my heart, I don't know why, but my heart is telling me Washington State Whoopers, so I'm gonna go with my heart, and I'm gonna say a 3-0 for Washington State Whoopers. I don't know why, I just have a feeling, something, I can't explain it, but maybe they could pull some magic out. I believe in you guys. Come on.
But are you super confident that like you could lock on them?
Oh, let's not push it now, champ. Come on, let's get to the next one.
All right, let's get to the next one here.
Woo!
We got the Hartlepool.
Throw that shit at me.
We got the Hartlepool Hydreigons versus the San Jose Sharpedos. So, this one's a little more even in my opinion. I think this one, I believe they actually just played today. I didn't look at the match. I just saw it finished, and then there was no replay in there at first, and I was like, I gotta ping.
Do your replays, people. Come on, it's not hard.
Yeah. No, but let's see. Do you have any first thoughts on this team? On these teams?
Yeah, I'm sort of looking now. It's nothing's really jumping out at me that sort of like pushes this matchup in one clear direction from where I can see here.
Mm-hmm.
I do keep coming back to Neuven. I think Neuven's going to do some pretty damn good work in this fight. I mean, I'm pretty sure Neuven outspeeds the entire team, right? It's got enough moves to hit everything. Does it learn Energy Ball? Does it learn a Grass type attack? I don't remember. But
yeah, it has Energy Ball, I think.
I could definitely see the Grass Berry coming on the Frog today. Well, they battled today, so I guess I'm right.
Yeah.
Looking at the team, I mean, I guess Bronzong could do something here as well, potentially. I mean, obviously they got the Turtonator on the other side, but I don't really see Turtonator doing a whole great deal.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Serena though. I think Serena is such an underrated Pokemon. So good. I really like watching Serena. So I don't know. It's no one should ever sleep on Heracross. Let's be real. I mean, Heracross is a beast. So I don't know. What jumps out at you, Exo? You're better at this than I am. So what's jumping out at you, buddy?
All right. All right. So you did mention the Heracross. Heracross looks like it could pretty freely just click dual stab with close combat and like maybe Mega Horn and then like knockoff, because the only thing that switches in to a knockoff is something like a Chestnut or an Umbreon, even.
Yeah.
Or a Galarian Weezing, actually. Galarian Weezing is probably the biggest threat for Heracross. I don't know if it has Iron Head or not. I don't think it does. But if they're able to play around the Galarian Weezing, then Heracross kind of just clicks buttons from there. On the opposite side, I really like the Bronzong. I think Bronzong is super good by pressing like Body Press, plus like Toxic and Rest and all this stuff. I think it could really stall out the enemy team. It just depends because the Hydreigons, both teams are pretty defensive in their own right, but they also have some offensive Pokemon as well. So this is kind of an even fight. I think this is gonna be probably a closer fight. It really just depends of like I guess plays. If you can play around a certain Pokemon like that Galarian Weezing, for example.
I gave it a look up real quick, and it does not learn Iron Head. However, Heracross does learn Smart Strike, which I did not know.
Ooh.
So, I mean, it's an idea. I mean, it's a 70 move that doesn't miss. You know, it's
Oh, I like that.
you know, it's an idea. It's something you could look into doing. I mean, though it is only going to be hitting one Pokemon, really, out of all of them, but
it's the most important one here.
Looking at Megahorn here as well. Megahorn's just gonna plow for this team outside of like a few Pokemon here.
Yeah, in close combat. Like, what switches in? I mean, like, what?
Right.
Rotom? I mean,
It becomes a prediction game at that point, really. I mean, kind of. Oof. I want to say that Purloin could potentially slow down this
Did
team.
you just say Purloin?
Is that that's what it's called, right?
That's Lipard right there.
Oh, well, same thing.
No, it's not.
The Lipod has Prankster. And you know what? There's quite a few fast Pokemon on this side. Well, Noivin's fast. So that could definitely, put some work in. But yeah, I think I agree. It's really going to come down to plays and who gets ahead.
And who gets a foot, obviously.
And I'm going to, on that note, go with the San Jose Sharpedos. And I'm going to say they're going to walk out with a 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah, now let me just go check real quick before I lock in my...
Wait, whoa. Alright, cool. I think, yeah, Davey beat Celeste last time, so I have hope for Davey. I do really like I said, the Heracross, and now that you brought up Smart Strike, that could be usable, because once he kills Weezing, nothing switches into close combat, like, at all. So I really like that. I'm gonna say Davey is gonna win 3-0.
Okay. And who we got next, I wonder? Well, if it isn't the Excadrills versus the Saginaw Spiritums. Yeah,
there you go.
I can wood.
Yeah, you did it.
And Excastomp?
Yeah.
Exostomp. Team looking a little different this time around, I see. Look at that.
No, it doesn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing is different here at all.
There's a lizard.
There was a lizard last time, if you think about it.
Shut up.
There was.
But you know what? Let's looking at this team real quick.
Yeah, how do you feel? First off, how do you feel about my new team? Do you think it's better than last, or no?
I think it's improvement, but I also think that you're gonna get wiped out by this Cloyster if it sets up.
don't mention that Cloyster right now. Come on.
That Cloyster looking real tasty in this matchup right now.
No.
I could. That's gonna be a bit of a doozy if it does manage to get set up. Though,
No.
Yeah, this is mages we're talking about, so no one's gonna be setting up for free. I hope.
That's free. What am I gonna do?
Well, I think of a few things. You do have a nice little grass type, fighting type sitting there with Mach Punch.
Oh yeah,
Spore. Even.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, insert Ice Shard from Cloyster, please.
Yeah, but it's got it. Cloyster's got two options. It goes on the offense right off the bat, or it tries to set up on you and hopes that it can kill you with an Ice Shard up +2.
This is true. And it is kind of risky because I do have 2 electric types, right? So.
Oh yeah, you do. But I mean, after a Shell Smash, they'll probably drop. Maybe not so much. Maybe Lantern could live like a Rock Blast or something, but
yeah,
I don't know. What else jumps at me? Duraludon does look pretty strong here as well. I mean, you've got answers I mean, everybody's got an answer for something when you think about it, but Durildon still, I think, looked pretty decent here as well against your team. Though, again, I'm looking at your Marowak as well, and I think that could be putting in a hell of a lot of work in this fight. Donphan's is such a boy. Good old Donphan.
Only fans.
And the speed tier on what's his name? 007 is pretty good.
You say 00? Oh my god.
Inteleon! Inteleon! Inteleon's good. I like his speed tier. Outspeeds everything on this team.
There you go.
Thank you. Even Imbolg could potentially be putting in work against the Charger Bugs, freaking Skeptile, and freaking Scyther there. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting. How are you feeling? Are you confident in this matchup?
I'm more confident with this than I was last time, and I don't know why I voted for myself. I was just super confident for no reason. But yeah, I kind of like this matchup because of what switches into like an Inteleon. Like either Life Orb, like a Life Orb Inteleon or a Specs Inteleon, or like any kind of Inteleon with Ice Beam plus Hydro Pump.
I mean, there's a few answers here, I'm pretty sure, but
I don't see them. I really don't.
I think AV Duraludon could stand a chance here against an Inteleon. Honestly, I don't see it doing a great deal.
See, but you're forgetting the Duraludon is defensive, not Spadef, so it could
anything special defensive in the Salt Vest. Trust me.
I mean, okay, all right, that's fair. But like, yeah, okay. So, but like, you also have to think, like it has to also be a switch into stuff like Lantern and stuff like it's got to get chipped down. So, and it doesn't have
100%
recovery. Another thing would be probably like, I really like, what was it? I really like Breloom in this matchup as well. Like, Breloom can do some work. Like you said, Mach Punch is pretty good here because a lot of the faster Pokemon don't want to take a Mach Punch. And then, in general, stuff like Bullet Seed hits a decent amount of Mons, and stuff that doesn't, like, let's say Scyther can come in on it. Doesn't want to take a Rock Tomb. So it's kind of good. I really like Breloom in this match and Inteleon. I think those are the main Pokemon. I don't want to go over everything, but I think those two were, at least initially, what I looked at, and I was like, I kind of like this matchup now. So
it is kind of nice because Inteleon can complement Breloom, because when I look at Breloom, I think one of the biggest issues for it is going to be the Runerigus, which gets answered by the Inteleon. So it's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, it definitely will. And I am afraid of setup, because the Spirit teams do have a lot of setup. Stuff like you said, Cloyster, stuff like Swords of Dance Scyther could be annoying. Even like Sceptile with Swords of Dance could be annoying. But yeah. All in all, I think this is gonna be a game in my favor, but don't take my word for it. Maybe you think that the opposing people are gonna win. So, no, that's fine.
I think it's going to be Sagno Spiritomb, since I don't know. I'm having that feeling again. I'm gonna think they're gonna take the game 2-0. 2-0. Yeah, that sounds good.
2-0. That's 2-0, and I'm gonna put myself. See, I think I'm gonna win because I really can't. Please, I need to win this. I'm gonna give myself, a 1-0. Okay.
So confident.
Yeah, very confident.
1-0.
I gotta win this.
I'm definitely gonna win this game with a 1-0. Please let me win.
Please, I'm gonna lock. No, lock.
Do it.
No.
No balls.
Oh, yep, I don't have them today. Okay, yeah, let's go on to the next one.
All right.
Ooh, we got the Kyrax Crooks versus the Sexy Sizzlepedes. Okay. Okay. So,
I don't see a sweep coming in this week, if I'm honest.
Are you sure about that? I kind of do.
I don't know. You got the bug team versus the not bug team.
Yo, obviously Golurk is a bug, so I think because he's bugging everyone. Okay, no, I think because of Kyrek's speed tiers, stuff like Galarian Moltres, stuff like Mega, they can all run specs, and well, maybe not Moltres. Moltres you could run like a setup set, but like Mega can run like a spec set and just click Bug Buzz and Air Slash, stuff like that, and kind of destroy Kyrek's team. The only way that I could see Kyrek getting through all those mods is like somehow getting up a Dragon Dance with like Feraligatr, because Feraligatr looks really nice here. Having that Water Stab plus like Ice kind of just sweeps Marshy's team. It just depends, obviously, how to get that Dragon Dance up, because a lot of these Pokemon have Grass or Electric coverage, so it's gonna be kind of hard to do, but maybe there's another mon that I'm missing, so yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think Feraligatr is going to be a big threat, but I definitely think Marshy's got a way of dealing with it with Excadrill, and also the, I think it's Quillfish, right? That gets the Intimidate and pretty much resists all of Feraligatr's likely going for attacks, because what's it going to carry? It's going to have Liquidation, right? Which, Stab, going to hit a lot of Pokemon. It's going to have Ice Punch for some, coverage. Does he even get anything else? I mean, he gets Earthquake, right? But I mean, I don't see Earthquake coming here. I mean, Earthquake's quite, maybe if he wants to try and specifically aim to take out the one rock type and the one, I'm pretty sure Quillfish is part poison. But other than that, I think even with the Feraligatr setup, it's gonna have to be like a late game sweep. He's gonna need to get rid of some of these Pokemon before he even considers taking the game. Honestly, I feel like Marshy's got this one. I'm not gonna lie. Nothing against Kyrak or anything, right? But I don't know. I'm feeling confident in the free bugs. I'm feeling real confident.
Okay.
But I feel like in terms of setup, if any of these Pokemon really set up, I think it's over for Kyrak. I mean, we've got the Tynantrum, which could do a big dent. We got freaking what's it called? The fire bug. That could do a lot of damage. Golurk, we already seen literally take an entire game. Mega is nothing to sleep on. I don't know. I feel like Marshy takes this one. I don't feel like this, unless Kyrak pulls some magic out. I don't know. I'm quite confident.
Okay, so what are you giving Marshy's team then?
I'm gonna give the sexy Sizzlipedes a 5-0, and Exostomp, I'm gonna lock it. That's how confident I am.
Wow.
I'm gonna get through the other games. I'm locking Marshy here. Marshy, don't disappoint me, alright?
Oh yeah? Well, I'm gonna say 4-0 to Marshy. And I'm gonna lock. No, I'm not gonna lock this one. I was gonna lock. I was actually gonna lock, but I'm like, we can't lock it the same one. That's just weird. So, but yeah, I do agree. I think the only reason why also I was kind of hesitant on locking is because Kyrak knows how to play his teams usually well. Like as we saw last week, played Licky Licky pretty flawlessly. Played his match pretty flawlessly. So I can't really. We can vote against it, but I don't know if I'd lock on him unless it's a lock against him unless it's like a super destructing matchup. But I don't know. We'll see.
No, I'm confident in a Marshy win this week.
All right. Well, moving on to the next slide here, we got the Wisconsin Wurmples versus the Savali Swedes. So, wow. Okay. So it's Arvid.
First things first, I'm seeing here Zydoggle looking real hot in this matchup. I'm not gonna lie. Woo, that's looking real good. Look at that shit.
Oh,
I mean, what was
no.
it? Hits Blaziken, Steelix, the stupid spider, the Diancie, freaking
everything.
Trapion. I don't think Kamal. I mean, yes, it's tanky, right? But I don't think it's gonna be taking too many.
Wait, do you not see the Thwacky? Come on now.
Thwacky? Does Grassy Terrain affect Thousand Arrows?
Alright, then we got the Drifloon. You know, Drifloon can take it on.
I mean, it gets grounded, but yeah, sure, it could. But
yeah.
I mean, we also got Convey. That's looking real good too.
Ooh.
This is a Steelix, but I mean, 2 Calm Minds and a Giga Drain. I mean, unless there's like no rocks up, which I'm pretty confident there will be. That Steelix is going to drop down too. This is going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah, I do agree that the Zygarde's gonna be annoying. The only thing is, like, I feel like you'd have to bring a Violite Thwacky here. Or, I mean, honestly, Vaporeon can take it on pretty well. If it's defensive Vaporeon, it can take it on.
It kind of forces a defensive Vaporeon, though, at this point, right? So...
Yeah, but what threatens out a Vaporeon to begin with? What, like, Abomasnow? Or, like...
Beak?
Or, yeah. But, like, besides the hail, like, side thing, you know, like, everything else doesn't really force it out, so... Yeah, and then...
It is also set for Comfey, which does carry Giga Drain, right? So...
Yeah, but that's
an option.
That's okay. Look, it has Toxic, you know, it can Toxic flip turn out, go into Drapion. Dude, Drapion just walls that thing.
True. Drapion is looking pretty fire here, to be fair. And I do really like Kamala. I have a soft spot for that Pokemon. I really do think it's a cool one that it just comes in handy. It's not great, right? But it does what it does, and it does it well.
Hey,
you know?
It is great. I love it. It's cute. Okay, anyways. I think... Wait, what was it? Okay, yeah, so this is actually the last week that Epic Infernape has the Honchkrow and the Lily. I don't know if he's going to want to use them or not, but I mean, Honchkrow looks okay here. I think spamming Brave Bird's not bad as long as the Steelix is gone. I think it's not bad at all.
I mean, it gets superpower, right? So I mean, it has something to do with Steelix if needs be too. So,
yeah.
Honestly, there's a lot of things that just straight up tear through Silvally Sweet's team, Arvid's team. So, but you know, Arvid's been known. I assume and be known to be a bit more of a wild card player. Sometimes you're not quite sure what he's going to pull out. So.
Ooh.
This maybe could be one of those games where he pulls out some real fire and we just never seen it before, but if not, then the Wisconsin Wimples, I don't know, they're looking real good right now. Yum.
Well, I'm going to start off here. I'm going to say Wisconsin Wimples. I'm going to say 5-0, and I'm going to lock on them today.
Ooh, look at you locking in now. All right, I'm also gonna go with the Wisconsin Wimple. Sorry, Ahmed, but yeah, I'm gonna say a 4-0.
Okay. So we did like the opposite from what we just did, kind of.
And I'm gonna lock. No.
All right, you had to do that. All right.
Well, now it's definitely like deja vu. Anyway, next one we got Oval Office and the Auckland Licky Pies. I think I said that right. Well, if I didn't, it's tough.
No, you said it very wrong.
Oh, okay. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a little look.
Oh no.
All right, I'm looking at the oh shit, I was using this Pokemon literally the other day, and
did you forget its name?
It's the lizard.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Remember. Why you gotta be like this?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Salazzle.
There you go.
Salazzle looking pretty good. I mean, you'll be able to get Sepatoxic on Registeel if you needed to, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works. Klefki support, always nice to have. Type Null can be a bit of a pain in the ass. However, I'm not sleeping on Gardevoir or Regidrago, so there's some interesting plays on both sides, to be honest. And the Unburden. Obviously, that I don't even need to speak about the Unburden. That's just too obvious at this point. That could actually be really annoying in this matchup.
I mean, it could, but have you seen the Beedrill?
Shut up. Get out. This is my video. This is my channel now.
Oh.
I don't know. Oval Office looking pretty good though, and
yeah,
no, and the Auckland Licky Pies. Damn, they both look kind of decent. I think it leans slightly in Auckland Licky Pies' favor, though. I don't know. What are you thinking?
So, yeah, Salazzle looks nice. It kind of looks like the Oval Office is kind of I guess pigeonholed into a particular team. Like, I don't think you're bringing a Carnivine in this game. Doesn't look like it does anything. You're not bringing. I mean, I don't think you should bring the Beedrill. All jokes aside, the Zebstrika. I mean, the Zebstrika is not bad as long as the camera up doesn't come. You can always just Volt Switch out on everything. But like, I feel like a lot of these Pokemon need other Pokemon in order to work with each other. Like stuff like the Zoroark can't really disguise itself as anything defensive, and a lot of this team is defensive, so you're gonna have to disguise it as the Gardevoir usually, or the Regidraco. But if you don't bring those, obviously it's gonna be bad. So I think a lot of these Pokemon have to come. Like I think the first 5 maybe, or yeah, probably like the first 5, and then like another Pokemon, maybe Hitmonchan or Zebstrika or something, could come. So, but the thing is, all those Pokemon that I named are really good in this matchup, and I don't think it would be bad to bring those either. So,
no.
I don't know. I really like Gardevoir this matchup. I think spamming Moonblast and Psychic, obviously, but Moonblast is really good. If it wants to spam Psychic and Indeedee comes, it powers it up even more, so that's even worse for the Licky Pies. So yeah, I think Gardevoir is going to be a star on the Oval Office side, and Licky Pies probably Salazzle or probably Salazzle. I think Salazzle's probably going to be a star on that one.
Yeah, and Auckland Licky Pies also needs to sort of like not tangle themselves up with their own mechanics, because if that Psychic terrain does go down, that's going to kind of render Prankster and Klefki to be pretty much useless. So gonna have to play smart there too, because I could see Klefki coming to this, and I can also potentially see Indeedee coming, but given that obviously there is a Gardevoir on the opposing side, maybe it doesn't come. I would probably not bring it if I was in their shoes.
Yeah, and also the thing is, like, Registeel eats up the Psychic hits, and Zoroark. Also, there's a threat of Zoroark coming in. If you want to use a Psychic move and it's disguised as a Hitmonchan, you're going to lose your Indeedee anyway. So it's just, Indeedee doesn't look that good in this game.
No, but everything else kind of does look pretty decent. I definitely see Klefki coming. To try just to spam something away, set some spikes, and heck, even maybe like hit the Gardevoir with some decent damage if needs be, you know. This is an interesting one. I think I'm ready to vote. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's fine.
I want to say this one's going to go to the Oval Office, and I'm going to say it's going to be a 3-0. I think that Gardevoir's got a lot of potential to really swing the game in their favor.
Okay. I'm going to go with 2-0 for the Auckland Licky Pies. Obviously, I did say that like Indeedee couldn't come and stuff, but a lot of the defensive core can be threatening. Stuff like the Gourgeist spamming Poltergeist could be super annoying here. Plus, like Power Whip, obviously. Stuff like the Zoroark and the Alomomola don't want to take it like a banded Power Whip, so could be annoying. I don't know. I think Lucas can do it, but we shall see here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alright, moving on to the next game, we have Hopeless's the New Jersey Alters versus Major Comebacks All Asian Alomomolas. So, this game looks really nice, and I know I'm gonna say this like every time I see this team, but
Swampit's looking real good, guys. Is that what you're gonna say?
No, but that is true. I was gonna say,
damn it.
I know Burger doesn't like the Alomola's team, but I do. So I think this matchup is gonna be really, really cool to see. Look at how many colors is on the screen. Like, you see how many colors? I love this. Okay. Ooh.
Colors, yeah.
Dude, I love Pokemon. Like if you have a team that's really colorful, I think it's just better. Okay. I'm sorry. That's how I roll.
All right. You know, if you want to win Exo's heart, just get a really colorful team.
Yes.
But let's have a look at some standout stars here, and I'm kind of drawn to Swellow. That thing put in a lot of work in the last game. So much work.
I don't remember. I can't remember.
There was a lot of boom bursts. I remember that.
I can't remember that.
Then again, it does help if you prep for it, though. So I guess maybe
I'm
that
leaving.
won't be
I'm
a
leaving.
repeated mistake.
Goodbye, guys.
Let's have a look. Swampert, we've touched on. Always going to be good in almost any matchup at this point, unless you've got a team full of grass types.
There's a grass type right there.
I think Crobat could be pretty good here too, actually. I mean, Crobat, another Pokemon that's almost going to always be very good in a lot of matchups, with speed tiers just being so good in lower tier.
Yeah, but I don't know, what does it do? There's a lot of switch-ins for it.
I haven't gotten to that point. I'm pretty sure it can hit things pretty hard though. I mean, it can Heat Wave, you know?
Heat Wave for what? What is it going to do to the Rhyperior, the Blastoise, the Dragalge?
I don't know, I'll find something. It's fine. You can Giga Drain.
I mean, okay, sure. Alright.
But I don't know. It is. It's a few. This is going to be a real hard game to call. I think both teams have a really good shot here. Honestly, it's going to be one of those games that kind of come down to the plays rather than the comparisons.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think Hopeless, in my opinion, I think Hopeless has matchup stuff like Swampert, obviously, but the Caparajah has Power Whip. It has, obviously, like, Heavy Slam. It has Heat Crash. It has all these moves, and there's, like, no switch-ins to all of those moves. Like, what do? You just have to predict at that point. So, I really like Caparajah here. I really like Electivire here. Electivire has a lot of coverage. Obviously, again, it's kind of like a guessing game. So it really just depends. And stuff like, I really like, what was it? Florges can very easily take on the Swellow. Unless, obviously, it's like the Guts version, Guts Facade, which, it could be, but it's usually worse than the Boomburst one. But maybe in this game it'll be better. Who knows? But yeah, I think Hopeless has enough to pretty easily take on the all-Asian Alomos, but yeah.
It's not going to be an easy one, though. That's for sure. I do kind of like the the Incineroar versus quite a few of these Pokemon. Honestly, Electivire leaning usually towards physical, but it definitely can run special too. So I feel like in this game, it's going to be definitely more reliant on its special attacking prowess. Trying to see if the Ice Core really does anything here. Not really. I mean, Slush Rush is great, but outside of a few Pokemon, it doesn't hit a whole lot. Then again, Ice hits Crobat. It can Earthquake the Elephant.
Freeze Dry here.
Does he even learn Freeze Dry?
What? Yes.
I mean, he does also have the ability to set up Auroraville here, which could also be quite useful.
Ooh, you're right.
So, again, though, that's a lot of setup. Though, to be fair, like, you have to, like, go into, the Ice Cream gets Auroraville, too. So, there's two Pokemon that could potentially set up Auroraville here, too. So, it's gonna be a tough one. What are you leaning towards, Exo? Who do you think is going to win?
I'm leaning towards Hopeless.
Going Hopeless, right? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you know what? Hopeless. I'm gonna give you a 6-0. I'm gonna go like how Denny is doing it, and you got to give someone a 6-0 every week. I'm gonna give you a 6-0 this week.
Damn, dude. All right. I'll go. I'll go Hopeless as well. And, I'm gonna give him a 6-0.
Oh my god, what's the point in us doing this one? Oh. Alright. This is fine. Now,
So we
hope
can
this is going to
both
lose.
be right.
It's gonna throw.
At least it's
just...
not. At least it's not locked in.
True.
All right, hopeless. Don't let me down, buddy. You got this.
Yeah, you got.
Just don't lose any Pokemon, okay? Okay.
He's gonna bring the Ivysaur now. Just you wait.
He's just gonna bring 5 Pokemon just to spite us.
No, don't do that. Oh, God.
All right, let's move on to the last match of the Excadrill division, which is gonna be a showdown between Houston Tauroses and the Lantern Lunatics.
Ooh.
What a showdown it'll be.
Yes.
Also ignore the I see you selected a little cell up there in the top above.
Why do you gotta mention these things? You just gotta ignore them. Come on.
No. What's been seen cannot be unseen. Am I right, viewers?
No. Dislike this video, please. Wait, this is my video. No, like it. Like the video. Like.
Thumbs down. Too late. You did
No.
it first, voice.
All right.
All right. Let's have a little look at what's going on here. Porygon 2 is a pain. Yeah, I think Houston Taurus wins.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you see it too. Honestly though, we saw the Ghastly get like 85% on 2 Pokemon last week. So
that was great, bro. I love that Ghastly. Ghastly, respect. All right, put in some good work that game.
You know what? It could put in some work here too. Like Specs Shadow Ball. When's the switch in Wigglytuff? That's not coming. What else is?
Oh, the shark.
The shark doesn't take 2.
Well, that's the plan, obviously.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. This is the problem that I have with this team. Obviously, I don't like Kingdra as a Pokemon in general, just because it has. No one knows this apparently. It has 80 in all stats. It's so generic and so bad, and then like you need to either set up Rain Dance for yourself, or you need to run like, or you're just slow. You're 80 speed. Like it's slow. I don't like it. But anyways, Mawile is meh. Ghastly, obviously. Those 3 Pokemon at the end. I like Stunfisk, but I think Stunfisk actually works here because of its rocks. But because of the team being so pigeonholed, Cross can just prep for like the first 6 or 7 Pokemon and be fine. Like even if Ghastly comes, or even if Mawile comes, or Kingdra, like you'll have like coverage to hit them anyways. Like you don't need a prep for them because they're not fast enough to have to really be prepped for. So I don't know. I think I agree. I think Cross definitely has the match here.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I just realized I got Mesprit, Mismagius, and Wigglytuff look very familiar.
Yeah.
But nah, it's just everything the Lunatic Lanterns can potentially do. Cross seems like he has the just the right answer for it, honestly. And Kingdra could be scary if he's able to set up, but the likelihood of Cross letting him just set up for free is, I don't know. It's quite small, I think. And Cross knows better than that, Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to give it to the Houston Tauruses, and I'm gonna give him 5-0.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in this one. I'm sorry, Lantern Lunatics. Nothing against you, but it's a little against you. So, my bad.
Damn. Well, I have confidence that Cross will win, so I will vote for him. But I'm gonna give him a 2-0 because, I mean, you did mention the Kingdra, and yeah, if Rain Dance does go up, the coverage of Hurricane, like Hydro Pump, stuff like that, it can be really annoying, and that kind of forces Wigglytuff to actually come and be like a special wall, because there's not much that wants to take a Hydro Pump plus Hurricane here, so that's probably what's gonna happen, but you never know. So yeah, I'm gonna say 2-0 for Cross here. Alright, so that is that is the it for this week.
The it.
God. Okay, that's the Pickems for week number 2. This will go out as soon as we're done, basically. So yeah, what else? Oh yeah, good luck in this week, ladies and gents. And yeah, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna a friendly reminder that y'all can also play along with the Pickems in the EDL Discord channel under Pickems under the Season 7 main category. So if you guys wanted to put your little, votes in to see who you think might win, feel free to play along and see, if you can get it right with us.
Yeah, that will be there. So check that out, guys. And yeah, we will see you next time. Peace.